Hello everybody, welcome to the Joel Show, where today I take you guys through my Christmas list for 2019. Hello everybody, I'm Joel, and today I'll be taking you guys through my list for Christmas of 2019. So you can see here that this is the semi-finalized version, although it's not absolutely perfect. And now, when it comes to items, it's pretty perfect, but I did get the order a little bit out of place, as the key this year is number 1 is the most wanted things, and number 10 is the least wanted things, whereas some of these should actually be a couple numbers up, because at the end I was kind of just looking on websites like Google and Amazon and YouTube and Walmart and Target and things like that to see if anything would remind me of something that I had wanted a lot but I had forgotten about it, but nothing really came up. So you can see that like a tripod and a new keyboard would probably be more like 9 and 8 sort of things, as the track that you see here is things that are more down here. But anyway, this is finalized in that essence, but the other key factor starting this Christmas is that I want to try to keep things underneath 10 items, or at 10 items at max, as well. I don't want to get too many things, as obviously my room is quite packed to the brim now, and the YouTube shed, I have a feeling, will be a lost cause here pretty soon if we don't get on top of it again, as it just snowed and rained not too long ago. But anyway, that, and I just don't want much stuff, and the essence that, well, obviously it takes up too much space. But the one reason it's not absolutely finalized is because, as you can see, I did make a couple mistakes here and there, and I just didn't want to rewrite the whole thing, as this is actually the second time I've written it, as the other one I crumpled up because I messed it up a lot. But anyway, let's go ahead and start with number 1, which is going to be the things that I want the most, and then we'll move down towards the things that I want the least, which this is actually number 14, and you'd imagine that these are all one number up. As you can see, number 2 is actually an iPad. But before I wrote that, I wrote the Broadway Limited 4884 Big Boy, and so on and so forth. So bear with me. So number 1, we're going to start with the 42mm Apple Watch Series 5. Now, I want this one mainly because I love being able to just look at things on my wrist, and not being able, or not having to take the phone out of your pocket, which I did just upgrade to the iPhone 11, just the iPhone 11. Now, it is the product red one, but obviously that takes one thing off my list, because I did want the iPhone 9, which, if you don't know what that is, it's going to be the iPhone 5, not the iPhone 5, but I say 5 because it's the iPhone SE2, and the original SE is based off the 5 a lot, so that's why I said 5 SE. Well, that's what I was about to say. But anyway, the SE means a lot to me, so I had wanted the iPhone 9, which is supposed to release in March sometime of 2020. If it does come out, it's not actually official yet, as it hasn't been released yet, so things could still happen. But anyway, so we've got the Apple Watch there, and then we've got the iPad 7th gen, as I want a new one, because I have this is an iPad Air. This is the original generation. Now you're going to see quite a lot of reflection here when the screen decides to go to sleep. But there are a couple of reasons that I want a new iPad, because this iPad just lost its coverage from, well, quite a while ago. It lost its coverage from Apple when it comes to iOS updates, as this iPad is already quite slow with iOS 12. I actually don't know what this is running right now, but it's one of the later versions of iOS, or iPad OS. But you can see that before this was mine, it was my mom's, so my sisters did get their way with it and dropped it on the corner and cracked it. And then there's a dent in the shell up here, so you can see that the screen protector doesn't actually stick down in a lot of places, which does annoy me. But anyway, and since it's lost coverage from Apple, I really do want to get a new iPad, just so that I have one that I know will last for a while. So I'm asking for the iPad 7th gen, as it is currently one of the newest, if not the newest. I was just looking at an iPad history video, and the latest on it is the iPad 7, and that video was just posted 2 months ago, and Apple usually doesn't make 2 products within 2 months. So in number 3, or although it actually says number 2, is the Broadway Limited 4884 Big Boy HO Scale Steam Locomotive, which, if you don't know why I want that, it's a really amazing steam locomotive, let alone world's largest steam locomotive. But anyway, I did just recently get to see the real locomotive come out here to California, which was amazing. I have some videos on that if you'd like to go check that out. And then here at number 4, we have the Lego Disney train and station. Now this is one of the few items on here that I've wanted ever since it got released. So that one I just want because, well, I love trains and I love Legos, and in particular I love collecting Lego trains, so got that one on there. And then number 4, I wanted a Xbox Red controller, but I found this modded custom rapid fire soft touch controller, which it was written here, but I went to a website that sold something that looked like the actual one and was sold in some weird website, so I thought that it wasn't official, so I blacked it out, and then I found one that was the real one on Walmart.com, so I put it there again. So there's that, and I want a new Xbox controller, mainly because my old one is the original Xbox One S controller, and it's gotten beaten a little bit, so want a new one there, and also so that I can play 2-player with some of my friends. And then at number 6, we've got some Red Vans slip-ons. I do actually have Converse, but they fall apart way too fast, and I know that some of you might be saying, Joel, they're meant for skating, not walking, but I have Converse and Vans because I like how they look. Now, I did used to wear New Balance shoes way back before I actually cared about how I looked, so I just wear whatever was in my dresser, but now I do actually dress to try to look a little bit nice. So there is that, and then right below there is just some normal red Vans, which, to show you what those usually look like, here are some red Vans, but these ones actually got ripped from working on the YouTube shed a while ago. Some metal snagged it and ripped it there. And then as for the Converse, I'll show you the problem that is occurring on both shoes. So you can see here in the back of the sole, I had to cut out that fabric. And also, these things get really dirty really fast, so when you put them in a washer, they fall apart, literally, it undoes the glue, and then you see that it's happening all over again. So these shoes, they just don't hold up as well as the Vans do. Now, I like a shoe that lasts a while and that looks nice, so that's why I'm going for Vans. And then we have some, in 8th place, I was about to say 7, we have some O-Scale Lionel Trek, as I do want to build up my collection in O-Scale a little bit. And then below that, we have some HO-Scale Trek from Bachmann, which is the easy Trek, as I don't plan to have a layout almost ever in the close future. But in the far future, I hope to have a layout, but for the time being, I just want easy Treks so I can set a larger layout out. That's confusing. So I can set out a larger track just when I'm playing on the floor or something. And then at number 10, we have the Nerf Ghost Ops Shadow CS6, which that one is another one that I've wanted ever since release. And then below that, we've got the Nerf Elite Infinites, which I want that one because the big aspect of that one is that you can just pick up any random Nerf dart and just slip it into a little flywheel motor that feeds it into the magazine, which is really cool in my opinion. And then here at number 12, we've got the Nerf Modulus. Actually, excuse me, this would be number 12, yeah. Number 12 is the Nerf Modulus Cron Barrel, which shows you how many rounds you have left in your chamber, which I think that it actually shows how many you fired so that you know how much you have left, but and also not how many you have left in your chamber, but how many left you have in your magazine. And then moving down, we have a Razer Cryasa keyboard. I don't know how to pronounce that, but you get the aspect. I want a new keyboard because this one I did get when I got my original computer, which if you don't know what happened to my original computer, I fried the motherboard somehow. I have no idea how. But this is the original keyboard that I had, but ever since I've gotten a new monitor, a new computer, well, a refurbished computer, a new mouse, and all kinds of things like that. So, want a new keyboard, and then the last one is a new tripod. So, there is my Christmas list for 2019. Now, hopefully I didn't obliterate this with tech too much, as I really don't like tech in the way of gaming, but I do absolutely love collecting Apple products. Sorry for that, I was messing with my tripod. But anyway, I do love collecting Apple products and just having them, which is why I love having the iPhone 11 now, even though it's not the iPhone 9, which is what I originally wanted. It's still absolutely nice, and I cannot complain in one way, as I'm not an expert on things and I don't notice anything wrong. So as of right now, this is the finalized version of my Christmas list for 2019. So I can't wait to see what comes next year, and I also can't wait to see what I get this year out of everything that's here. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed the video,